when I put a post up that says you are God, it means that the divine energy that flows in and through you and throughout the entire universe is the divine God energy. That is the creation energy. And that energy is inside of your body. Okay, that energy interacts and synchronizes with the universal consciousness and with your own avatar body and allows you to have power within your own reality tunnel. And this is what a lot of people do not realize, what a lot of people don't understand. When I say you are God, just as a lot of the ancients have said you are God, including a lot of people who have religious books, their book tells them that they're gods as well, and that they're supposed to perform miracles. It tells them that, but they don't want to hear that part. You're supposed to understand the true power that resonates inside of you, and you're supposed to be able to command your reality, command things into existence. And it doesn't mean that you're walking around with a magic wand creating planets and stuff like that, but it means that because we're living in a fractal universe, and a fractal is basically you are a small part of the whole, to make it very simple. I'm not going to get too scientific and too technical. I don't want to lose you. But if you look at a hologram, for example, if you take out one tiny piece of a hologram and look at it, you'll find out that the entire image is in that little tiny piece of the hologram. The only thing you lose is resolution. This is real science. We're a fractal of the universal consciousness. Every single one of us is an individual fractal of the one source, the divine energy, the divine source that creates everything in the third dimension. So what's happened is the universal consciousness, or this divine energy, has broken itself out into trillions and trillions of entities, or Googles of entities throughout the entire universe, to experience itself subjectively as individuals, even as a blade of grass, even as a rock, even as atoms that have formed into what we call a hominid, or a human being, a human body, and other species that are out there as well. Because why? Because the universal consciousness is on a data collection mission. It wants to collect information and data. Think of the universal consciousness as your brain. Okay, your brain is encased in complete darkness. It knows nothing, it sees nothing, it feels nothing, it senses nothing whatsoever. It has friends though. So its friends get sent out. Hearing, seeing, smelling, touch, feel. It says to his friends, hey, go out there and tell me what's going on. Collect some information and bring it back to me. This is what the universe is doing. The same exact thing, as above, so below. So your brain sends its friends out. Hearing, smelling, touch, smell, all your senses, they go out, they collect information. But what they do is they collect data. Digital bits of information that they themselves cannot decipher. Okay? Your nose can't decipher the information it's bringing in. Your fingers can't decipher the touch and feeling that they're getting out there. It only can collect data. It transmits that data back to the brain, which is encased in complete darkness, and then your brain sorts it all out and then projects a hologram of what's going on out there. And you navigate through the matrix based on that. I had to disconnect there for a second. And you navigate through the matrix based on that hologram. And that's how you operate and maneuver your avatar body through this electromagnetic field that we call the third dimension. Everything only exists as electromagnetic waves until a conscious observer and vibration frequency collapses that information to a slower vibration, which then we can identify as matter or solidity. But in true reality, solidity and matter, even distance, is all an illusion. Okay? But when I say that you are a God, you have to understand that you have the same commanding powers as a divine energy, just in a very smaller fractalized form inside of your own body. And when you understand that, you need to move with power and energy in the third dimension. You can't go into the third dimension and move through this matrix with a weak mindset, with a mindset of begging and hoping and wishing and despair and doubt. Those are low frequency vibrations, guys. You have to bring your vibrations up. You have to command this universe. You have to go in with power. When you walk into a room, you should feel power. When you should have the power coming out of you and into you. When you need to do a business transaction, you should be operating in a power mindset. I command that this business transaction comes out to the best of to my favor, that it works out to my favor, that it benefits me in a way that allows me to progress in what I'm trying to accomplish. These are the type of mindsets. When you go into a transaction like that, you're going with a positive power mindset, a power play mindset with the universe, not a weak mindset of begging, oh, I hope this works out. Oh, I hope this happens for me. That mindset will lead to poor results. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys when I say you are gods. The power is inside of you. You have to learn how to command it. Command things into existence. And you want a very simple example of this? I'm going to give you some real world simple examples that you can understand what I'm saying. Okay? The cell phone that I'm using right now to talk to you guys on, this cell phone was a concept, a thought in somebody's brain. So before this cell phone was here in a physical form in the third dimension. It was a thought in somebody's brain. Somebody thought about this potential phone, the shape, the size, the dimensions, how it would look, what type of screen it would have, what the functions would be. And they focused on it. They thought about it in their mind. Thought and thought and thought. They said, okay, this is what I want to manifest now. So now they take that thought and they transmit it over to who? A CAD designer, who then takes it into a two-dimensional form by putting it into a paper and also into a computer. Now it's a two-dimensional render of a thought. So that thought has now manifested from a consciousness platform into a third-dimensional but two-dimensional platform operating plane. And then from that two-dimensional plane, an engineer takes it and converts it into a three-dimensional object. So your thoughts start off, okay, on a conscious plane, end up in a two-dimensional plane. This is for creating objects that we utilize in the third dimension. Everything from your car to your clothing to anything that's man-made. It all starts in the same process. Conscious plane, two-dimensional plane, into a third-dimensional plane, a third-dimensional object that can actually be physically touched, picked up, and maneuvered through the third dimension. Okay, it all starts off as what? A thought. So when I tell people that we are God and we have the power to create, and they laugh and doubt and say you're crazy, well, if that was true, then you wouldn't even have a cell phone to talk to me on, because the person that thought about the cell phone that you're holding in your hand right this second created that cell phone from thought to manifestation in the third dimension. And we do that with every single thing that we have that's man-made. Literally, I don't care what it is. Somebody thought of the shape and dimensions of a box to hold cereal, and what happened? It manifested into third-dimensional reality. Somebody thought about the shape and dimensions of a vehicle that somebody can sit in and ride in, and what happens? It manifests into third-dimensional reality. Everything we have that's man-made started off as a thought. As above, so below. Just like the creator of this universe is a creator that creates consistently. Well, guess what, guys? As above, so below. We have the same exact type of a system set up as the creation energy. And that's why we also ourselves create on a consistent basis. Human beings create every single day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We create. If we didn't do it, there would be nothing around here. We'd be just living butt naked in a cave. And we're not doing that. We're operating and moving through this matrix inside of utilizing technology and things that we've created for ourselves. Okay? Tools and clothes and cars and airplanes and technology of all different types. Why? Because we thought about it on a conscious plane, then it moved into a two-dimensional plane, and then from there it went into a third dimension as a physical reality. So we are creators. So when I tell you that you have that's divine energy allowing you to do that. That's not just, people take it for granted that we have all this stuff. They're just supposed to be here. No, man. You're a creator. Every single one of us has the power to create. You are God. Period. Understand that. Embrace it. Okay? Understand the power that's already inside of you guys. And then you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll understand the esoteric message that I'm trying to put out there to you. As above, so below. I teach this in my Hermetic Principle teachings. Okay? This is something that I go through. If you go to forbiddenknowledge.com with the number 4, forbiddenknowledge.com, there's a link there for the mystery school. I'm going to have a mystery school on October 12th and 13th. 14 hours of hardcore, in-depth training in the ancient mysteries stuff I've never talked about before. I'm only taking 200 students. That's it. 200 students is my max that I can handle. 200 students. You can register on forbiddenknowledge.com with the number 4, forbidden, forbiddenknowledge.com. Register there. I think we have about 180 seats left, because I've barely been talking about it, but now I'm going to start talking about it a little bit every single day. It'll be at Dame Dash Studios. There'll be celebrities and famous people there as well. People who are really looking, though, to come and get this ancient knowledge and wisdom and understand what's really going on in this matrix and how to utilize it in their life. And that's what it's all about. But guys, we are gods. We manifest every single day, 24/7. And we do this with conscious thought. Conscious thought, guys. So that's what I want to drop on you. I'm not going to stay on here too long.